This is a presentation about Seesaw, the student-driven digital portfolios. I hope to provide you with some background information about Seesaw, how to use Seesaw, and then I'll show you how you can use Seesaw in the target classroom. One of the best things about Seesaw is that it supports all different platforms. If you have a BYOD situation at your school, Seesaw is a great app for you. Even if you don't, you can definitely still use Seesaw in your classroom with one device. I prefer to use Seesaw on the iPads. I like to check out the iPad cart and use Seesaw with my whole class that way. This presentation is going to show you how you can use Seesaw on your computer as well. So what is Seesaw? Seesaw is a tool that empowers students of any age to independently document what they're learning at school. Students can capture their learning with photos, videos, and other digital creations. Everything gets organized in one place and is accessible to the teacher from any device. Student work can be shared with their classmates, their parents, or even published to a blog. Seesaw gives students a real audience for their work and offers their parents a personalized window into their child's learning. For me, Seesaw is my everything. It takes place of my blog, and it is where I can upload all of my student work and allow them to upload their work and reflect on their work as well. So how does Seesaw work? Well, first, teachers create a free account and create their classes within Seesaw. Each student gets their own journal, which is essentially stored in the cloud. Next, students and teachers log into Seesaw and begin adding artifacts of learning, like photos, videos, or drawings. Students can add voice, text, or drawing annotations to any item in their journal. As teachers approve journal items, the approved items are then shared with parents through the app, through a text message, or email notification. Over time, Seesaw builds an organized digital portfolio of each student's learning. One of my favorite features of Seesaw is the QR code login. This eliminates the hassle of having to keep up with usernames and passwords. Upon creating a class in Seesaw, a QR code will be generated and sent to the teacher's email address. From there, the teacher prints out the QR code and can either hang it somewhere in the classroom or can make copies of it and have students keep it in their folders or binders. Then, whenever a student wants to log into Seesaw, all they have to do is get in the app or on the website and they scan the QR code and they're automatically logged in. Once they scan the QR code, all they'll have to do is tag their name to show that it's them uploading the work. This is what the student's device will look like once they scan the QR code and log into Seesaw. Here you can see that they have the option of uploading a photo, a video, a drawing, something from their camera roll, a note, or a link to something. You can also import directly from many popular apps. Book Creator is one of my favorite apps to use with my class, and Book Creator works great with Seesaw. Once they finish their book that they create, it can easily be uploaded into Seesaw. You can also see how this can be used with just one device. If this is just your device, you can upload a photo of your students working, a video of them working. You can have them log on to your one device on Seesaw and upload drawings or something from the camera roll or a note as well. So when students upload their work, the content is uploaded and organized by each student. So you can click on each student on the right-hand side to see all of the work that they've uploaded, or you can get a class view and see a whole scroll of your class's work from the day. So as I mentioned, you can browse work from the entire class or for just a single student. The Folder feature is a great feature to use as well. I've organized the folders into our gifted standards. So as students upload work, the work also gets organized based on which standard the student displayed for that day or for that assignment. In addition, teachers can flag items for follow-up or to review at parent-teacher conference time. I like to take out my Seesaw app whenever I'm doing progress reports, and I'll use that to help me while I'm doing progress reports and writing comments as well. Seesaw is great because it helps capture the learning process and not just the end result. And Seesaw isn't just for uploading pictures of the day. Students can also use the built-in audio recording and drawing tools to reflect on what they've learned or explain how they've gotten their answer. And on the iPads, they can use the recordable whiteboard to create a video that combines drawing and audio recording to explain their thinking as they do the work. Seesaw gives students an authentic audience of their peers, parents, and even other students around the world, encouraging better work and real feedback. Teachers can control who can see what and what feedback options are available. Students can leave feedback through typing or through voice recording, so it's great for younger students as well. A lot of times in my class, we focus on the collaboration standard and giving feedback, and we'll give feedback through the Seesaw app to practice that collaboration. And teachers are always in control on Seesaw. You have to approve all entries, all comments, anything that's uploaded before it's shared with parents. You can also customize your settings for your class if you want your students to comment, if you want them to be able to edit their work, and what work you want them to be able to see. As I said earlier, Seesaw is my everything. It's especially my connection between school and home. It's how my families can see what the students are doing in class. They can see the learning process. Many times I will even record videos of lessons that I've done so I can send those home so parents can have a better idea of what we're doing in class and help them understand it as well. I am always happy to help you if you have any questions with Seesaw, but the Seesaw team is awesome and they will get back to you right away with any questions that you might have. They also really like to hear your feedback on how they can make Seesaw better. You can reach out to Seesaw on Twitter, and if you're into Twitter chats, they have a Twitter chat on the second and fourth Thursday of every month. It's a great way to do some professional learning. To get started with Seesaw, you're going to want to go to the web address web.seesaw.me, or you can just download the app on your iPad or any other device. Once you're here, you're going to want to sign up for a free account. Since I already have an account, I'm just going to go to the sign in. This is the sign in screen whether you're on the iPad or any device. You'll see I'm a teacher, I'm a student, or I'm a parent. First, I'm going to show you what it looks like as a teacher account, and then from there, I'll show you what it looks like when the students sign in. From the I'm a teacher account, go ahead and click I'm a teacher. I'm going to go ahead and log in. You can see here are my classes over here on the left-hand side. It's my first grade class, and I have a second grade class and a third grade class. I'm going to kind of show you how it looks with just my demo class right here. Once you're in your classes, this left panel is really everything that you need. Even if you wanted to start fresh and you didn't have any classes over here, you would just go ahead and click New Class right here, and you would enter your student names. It's very easy. It walks you through step by step of what you need to do. Once your class is set up, you're going to come over here and get your class code. This is the QR code that your kids need in order to log in to Seesaw. Because I'm on the computer, I can just go ahead and print out my class code poster. If I was on the iPad, then I would get it sent to my email address and I would go ahead and then print it out from there. But this is the QR code. It makes a poster. You just print this out and that's how students log in. Coming back over here, this is also how you manage your class and this is how you set your preferences. When you start your class, you'll get a chance to do all of this. But you can add another teacher if you had a co-teacher. This is how you enable your parent access. If you wanted to do the blog feature, you can. That's just to share everything you're doing on Seesaw to a web address. You can manage your folders this way if you wanted to set up your folders like the standards, like I explained earlier. Once you've managed your class and you have some things going on Seesaw, you're going to want to invite the parents. Inviting the parents is super easy. You just click on Invite Parents and it sends you a handout to give to each of your students. I want to show you what the handout looks like because each handout also has its own QR code that is specific for each child. That way, when the parent signs up, they can only see their child's journal. They can't see everyone's journal. So if I click on that, you can see it's going to give me instructions and then student 1's parent handout, student 2, and so on. So I just send this home and the parents have the directions and the QR code to get started with it. Going back over here, once you're in a class, you can see this is the feed view. I only have one thing up right now, but if I wanted to add an item, I can add an item over here. I also can add an item by just clicking this green plus sign. This little green plus sign, it's also going to turn into a check later on. That's really everything that you need to know and your kids need to know. This class code right here, you don't need to worry about that because you're using the QR code generator in order to get your kids started. I can add an item right here. I can add a photo, a video, a drawing. This file thing is unique to just the computer. That's not something that you have an option for on the iPad, but it is your option on the computer. Once you add something, like I could add another drawing, I can have anything on here. And my drawing, I click the green check. I can add my audio to it, add more of drawing, a caption. And then I decide who is going to see it. Whose journal is it going to go to? Is it going to go to everyone's journal or is it just specific for the student? If it's something the student uploads, I would just put it to the specific student. Most of the things that I add to Seesaw, I have it so everyone can see. Everyone gets to see it. My green check again. And it's there, and there's my feed view. Once something is uploaded, I can like it, I can comment on it, I can also, here's the flag, I can flag it for later, and then here's where I can also put it into a folder. This is my demo class and I don't have any of my folders set up yet. That's something I can do on the left-hand side where I manage my class. I can set up the folders beforehand, or if I just want to go ahead as I'm going, set up my folders right now, I can do that. I like to make each folder a different color. It just makes things easier. So I could say that this is my Divergent Thinking folder, and I can upload this to that folder. And later on, if I wanted to look at all of student 1's divergent thinking activities, I can pull that up easily. So now I want to show you what it looks like when a student logs in. So I'm going to log out. And I'm going to log in as a student. Again, this is going to be a little bit different on the computer than it looks like on a device, but it's the same concept. So I'm going to click on I'm a student, and now it wants for me to use the QR code. I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and here's my poster that I've already created. And I'm going to go ahead and hold the QR code up And there it goes. It read the class, and so now here I am. I'm in the class. I can see everything that's on my class feed. So I can see everything that has been posted, because as a student, I can see what everyone else has on their class feed. And that's how we have the collaboration, because we can see each other's work, so we can leave feedback for each other. Then if I wanted to add something as a student, it's the same process. I would just go ahead and click this little plus sign. I have the same options, so I can upload anything that I want to upload. I can upload a note. If I have a ticket out the door, I can record my answer here. If there was a 3, 2, 1 I had to answer, I can record my answer right here on Seesaw, upload it. I can add audio if I want to, and text once again. And then I click who I am. So if I'm student 2, I'm going to go ahead and click that. And there it is, it's uploaded. You can see at the top it says waiting for approval. One of the reasons that I like to use Seesaw on my iPad is because it'll pop up right away, as if I'm logged in on my iPad, that there's items that need to be approved. Once I go into my iPad and approve that item, then it pops up for everyone to see, but it does wait until I approve it. Same with the comments. If another student left a comment, click my name, and I'm going to go ahead and leave a comment. I really like the way that you did this work, or your explanation of the ticket out the door is really great. Whatever you want to say, you can leave the voice comment too. That would also need to be approved. So everything needs to be approved by the teacher. So that is my very brief overview of Seesaw. I hope that you see how valuable of a tool this can be and how you can use it in your target classroom. Like I said, it replaces my blog. It's a way to have all of my student work in one place. It really helps with our collaboration and giving feedback to each other. And it's a great way for parents to see the process of learning and not just the end product. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to talk to you about using Seesaw.